Zach Wilson was a first-round pick. Mike White has looked better than Zach Wilson in one game than Zach has looked all year. And
I have a point to that.
Got you for sure. And I'm going to go as far as to say, listen, Josh Johnson should not be the starter. Obviously, he's a third stringer. But Josh Johnson looked better in 3 quarters of football than Zach Wilson has all season. So I think you guys are taking this turn as to let's pump the brakes. I don't think it is. And I think that it's still time to be decided based on the next couple of games. But if Zach sits for the rest of the season, not a bad thing. Especially, guys, you guys see it every Sunday as Jet fans. He is not an NFL-ready quarterback. He cannot move the ball down the field. Josh Johnson threw 3 touchdowns last night, and he came in relief. Zach Wilson has 4 touchdowns all year. You know, Mike White has 5 in 5 quarters, and more than Zach Wilson has all year. So if Zach sits, it doesn't mean you're going to say he's not the franchise. Let's get him out of here. It's more so, let's get him time to sit and learn. The Flacco move makes no sense, as you have now proven that your 2 backup quarterbacks, your second and third stringer, have looked better than your first stringer. So that's the frustration that I can see you guys having as Jet fans. But the idea, listen, I'm, again, not going to say Mike White's the future, but the loyalty to Zach Wilson shouldn't be anywhere to be found based on how he's played so far. And it doesn't mean he can't be good. I personally don't think he's that guy. I thought they should have took Fields over him. To bench Zach Wilson is not a bad thing. Right now, Mike White is a better quarterback than Zach Wilson. Future is to be determined.
Are there things that Zach Wilson needs to work on and dramatically needs to improve? Jets fans need to, I know you're a Giants fan, Declan. I'm not lumping you in here.
I'm a Jets fan for the sake of
That's what the guys on ESPN.
It's better than the NFL Network with guy blaming the Josh Allen 4th and 1 debacle on Taylor Lewan being hurt.
No, that was ESPN.
He's not even a Bill.
Yeah. That was ESPN too.
It was ESPN. That's right.
Well, of course. I mean, NFL Network.
It's just disgusting. Like all four of us could do a better job than 90% of the ESPN analysts out there. What needs to be reminded are the real factors of why we are where we are. Yes, Zach Wilson has some things to work on. He's put the ball at the feet of some of his receivers in his checkdowns and his out routes. Yes, that's absolutely true. He needs to work on some accuracy. What everybody seems to forget is for the first 6 games, Zach Wilson has been dealing with 35% of his on-target throws being dropped by his receivers. Factor out those on-target drops, Wilson is now throwing at a 71%. 4 of those on-target throws that were dropped were tips for interceptions. So remove 4 of Zach Wilson's interceptions, and you can add in a couple of deep throws that have been dropped that would have been touchdowns. So you're talking about Zach Wilson having 4 touchdowns. He could easily have in between 7 to 8 touchdowns, factoring out those drops.
But why do the other 2 quarterbacks have so much success compared to with those same receivers? Even adding
I'm
more
getting to
and
that.
more and more.
I'm actually getting to that. You're talking about Zach Wilson likely, and I'm using this term very loosely. I know this is not empirical objective data. I'm just going on, the drops and how those factored in. So you're looking at Zach Wilson having likely between 7 and 9 touchdowns, only about 4 or 5 interceptions. A lot of those drops, those would have translated probably into about 400 or 500 yards more on his total. So you're talking about a quarterback that you factor out those drops that is now in the top 7 in yards. He's probably in the top 12 in touchdowns, and he's in the bottom. He's in like the bottom of the interceptions total. So that's a big part of it. The other thing is game plan. We were seeing. And I got, you know what? I'm still not going to say his name. The coach who shall not be named from our previous regime. You were seeing that level of game plan throughout.
Are you referring to
run, pass, punt, repeat?
Coordinator Adam Gase?
Is that actually real? Because I heard that was fake.
No, he's not a head coach anywhere. He's an offensive coordinator. I can't do the Zach Wilson stuff though. He's got 4 touchdowns, 9 interceptions. I mean, it's tough to twist that around a lot.
I understand. And again, this is why I'm saying he still has stuff to work on.
Yeah, absolutely.
But if you put Zach Wilson in the game plan that we saw the last 2 games, an O-line that is actually blocking, that's another big thing. The O-line was playing like trash the first 6 games. The game plan, the trickeration, the misdirection, you put all that in Zach Wilson's hands, we're not having this conversation.